Why does every guy cheat on you? Trust me, I know. How come girls always call you their friend? I can tell you. We'll talk about your strengths and we'll talk about emotions. Secrets of Birthdays, now live for purchase. Check out yours at secretsofbirthdays.com. So garden. Hello my Aquarians, and welcome back to Soul Horoscopes Weekly Update from my webcam to yours. I'm Christopher Witecki, your host to the universe. And come on down to soulgarden.me. We got so many great things, including, if you are a member, you can see your horoscope now on Sunday mornings. That is my pledge, to have them up there on Sunday mornings just like they are today. I did it. I'm working on balancing my lifestyle, and all I had to do is cheat and take a week off, but it's worked. Either way, come on down, become a member. We call you a Sprout, and you can come watch on Sundays. We're going to call Sundays Fun Day Sundays, and for those who can't make it, no worries. We'll be on YouTube on Mondays and as well as Blip. Plus, for those who have wanted email GA service, it's now available. Took us a while to develop, but if you want emails emailed to you 5 to 7 times a day, custom emails based on your date of birth, guiding you through and into the light, come on down to gatext.me. Yes, that's a web address. It'll trick you into Soulmart and you'll find out more details. The first week is 99 cents. And if you'd like to do the artist's way, how about with Nikki Bright? She calls it the artist shway, where she guides you basically through this book tour. She's going to crunch it down. It takes 12 weeks. We're going to do it in 6. So this is for people who want to jumpstart their creativity. This is a great follow-up for those who took the class. And if you want more details, come on down to soulmart.me. Well, supplies of Nikki last. We are working on the Libra state of awareness, and oh boy, Aqua, this is an important one. Let me just tell you, the next 2 weeks are oh so important. This week is oh so important. This is throat chakra, blue energy. That's where we give and receive, is through the throat chakra, actually. However, giving and receiving is a part of how we balance. Now, when you are an Aquarius, you give and receive when it comes to beliefs. Aquariuses are innovators of people's beliefs, and so where you give and receive from mankind the most is in your belief structure. So in the last week, we were working on what you believe in and why. Is it you're based on your childhood, based on your church, based on what you created? Where are you? Do you understand you can create your own beliefs? Some people are learning that for the first time. This moves into knowledge, which turns into life purpose and why we have meaning in life. If you believe in it, that's what gives it meaning. So this week, we're going to work from beliefs into knowledge as we start the week. And because we're starting the horoscopes now on Sundays, we're going to start on Sunday. So on Sunday, today, I don't know if you're watching on this day, Saturn rules the day, so it's time to make decisions. What you're deciding is the beliefs or schools or religions that you're going to step away from. So you're deciding to cut away. Remember, a decision is an incision in human consciousness. You are deciding and cutting away what you don't believe in, and this gives you room to believe what you want. Now, the planets have a few themes that I want to point out. We had a full moon over the weekend, and the moon was opposing the sun. That's what a full moon is, putting a lot of pressure for you on attitude and mind games. And attitude and mind games are part of this Bermuda Triangle of fear, basically, that we must conquer this week. Now, the one corner of it is how you think. You got to understand, keeping your thoughts liquid, keeping them flexible is oh so important for the successful Aquarius, all right? On the other side is your beliefs. So if you're trying to step into what you really believe, of course you need to keep your thoughts liquid. But at the other point of the pyramid is Pluto, which is direct, and what that says is by keeping, you are fighting fears with inner faith. So as your mind fights with your beliefs for balance, inner faith, moving forward, is what probably breaks us up. So stay on the inner faith. Now, our thoughts, Mercury, I forgot to put the label there, Mercury and Saturn, they're coming together and they're starting to come to this grand conclusion. And as Saturn comes to the end of this week, your assignment is to decide, Saturn, to decide what is most important and brings you most meaning and purpose in life. That's what Aquarius must come to, which leads to the career transit coming next. For those of you who want to know about career, unless you know what means the most to you in life, you will not get there, all right? You got to pass one lesson before you get to the next. I know you're futurist, doesn't matter. This trine Venus to your own home planet, Uranus, basically says that as you change your mind, your relationships, long-term relationships with others are going to change. So you're going to find that shifting into the true you may mean that you shift out of someone that you thought would be there forever. On Monday, we take action. Mars rules the day, so it's sunny and super chatty with that moon in Aries. So chat, 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 chat. I think everyone is taking a lot of information off their chest. We've got a temporary soul pyramid. It's a dirty pyramid because it's in earth and fire. But what it does unite in your light is your belief in yourself, your feelings and attitude with relationships. So you might find harmony with marriages, partnerships, attitude, and faith. Okay, and it could be a question of faith. Remember, this is all really about belief. So although you're getting distracted in these other areas, this is the universe pulling up consciousness so you can dive in and work on the big aspect, what gives your life most purpose, all right? The other aspect worth noting is this opposition. The moon will oppose Saturn at 29 degrees on Monday. That's the tested degree, so you are being tested on what your life purpose is and what brings you meaning. And for a few hours during this day, as the moon swings in opposition, your feelings might pull you to think that you're going down the wrong path. It's a real test of faith. Oh God, what am I thinking? That sort of thing. It's all part of the test. Again, inner faith, that's the triangle is what you want to slide into. Then on Tuesday, we squat and hold space. So whatever you decided on and stepped away from yesterday with belief, squat and just hold that. The moon moves into Taurus, so it's nesting and resting for the Aquas on Tuesday. The planets themselves, there's only two things I want to point out. One, Mars in Scorpio, which is putting all this pressure on career. And by the way, career is next month's transit, so don't get ahead of yourself, futurists. But recognize that what you can do with career, you should do now. So don't start projects, but if there's stuff that needs to be taken care of, Mars is saying act on that. And with the moon in Taurus, do not forget to recharge your batteries right now and nest and rest in this transit, because you're going to see there's more stuff coming up. On Wednesday, your home planet rules the day. Uranus rules the day, but you know that means breakdown, breakthrough. These beliefs that you just stepped away from, well, they might tempt you back, or you might find or be afraid that you made the wrong decision. This is all part of the test of being human beings, so welcome to the party. But this is a day ruled by Chiron, and this is a day where you can correct everything because the universe has us all on hold. Why? A grand square. So the universe basically has locked down most of the fun planets for the whole day, including emotions. But what's open is the Sun at 11 degrees, Mercury and Saturn. So it is time to move forward with belief and purpose. In some ways, this Wednesday is the test of that faith, you know, and it is an inner test. It won't be an outer test. Test means the universe will not give you any sort of evidence until you win that faith. Then on Thursday, sunny and childlike, Jupiter rules the day, but here's the funky thing. Jupiter is retrograde. Jupiter is retrograde. That means God has pulled Jupiter out of the party for 6 months. Now, this means that you must find your own expansion. This Jupiter's been working to help you step into your heart, to get you to realize what you really love versus what you don't really love. And now the universe is not going to poke and prod you anymore. You must hold the love on your own. All right? This is one planet in a series of planets that are backing out for the final test with the Sun in Libra. So this is just the first of it. You are feeling your inner child, and you're probably feeling that the universe isn't pushing you anymore to do inner child stuff, all right? So it's an interesting day, and this leads us to Friday. Now, Friday is a hell of a day. The whole weekend, I think it's just going to be one big blur for everyone on the planet, looking at all the planets. For one, Uranus rules, so there is a breakdown, and I'm predicting a holy shift, cloudy, chance of storms. Swim at your own risk. That's what this little sign says that I don't think came out too well. Uranus is ruling the day, so there's going to be a slip. This started yesterday, depending on where you live on the planet with the Jupiter retrograde. You might have started to feel the slip then. Now you certainly feel it. That means something you believe in will break down, or you will break down and go higher. In other words, you thought it was this and it's not. It could be fine-tuning, correcting. It could be you're completely on the wrong path. Let me show you what's going on with the planets. The big instigator is the moon crossing over Jupiter right here. All right? You're going to feel your inner child and where it is or isn't. You're going to suddenly feel where you are in truth with your heart. And you know what? Every client is different. It depends on you and how much work you've done with Jupiter so far. So you're going to feel the truth of where your heart is. And that, as you can see, that trine goes straight into the sun. That trine is probably what tests, the breakdown, breakthrough right there, your heart. But making it even kookier, Saturn is offline. So now the next day after Jupiter, Saturn pulls out, 0 degrees. That means the universe is taking away the backbone, Saturn, so which means you must have your own backbone, and we'll see how strong you are. Mercury, 0 degrees for this day only, which means we don't have our thoughts either on this day. up, and Neptune is 0 degrees. That means I decide, I sense, I think, and I believe are offline. What does that leave you with? It leaves you with what this whole month is about, where you are with what you really believe. It leaves you to just look at what you have done or not done with belief structure. This is how the universe works. It's amazing. God doesn't ever push anyone off the cliff or cause anything. She just pulls out and sees how the kids can skate without her. So it's kind of interesting. Then on Saturday, waboom, reality begins to shift. I call this a real-time reality crossing. This happens maybe, you'll see this little cute logo once every 3 years when Saturn moves into a new sign and reality starts to shift. So this is a really exciting time, but you've got to really walk carefully. Now Mercury rules the day, so we're living in our head on Saturday. I think you're cloudy with a chance of anxiety, but I don't think it's like what you're feeling yesterday. Excuse me about that, wrong button. But looking at the planets and diving in, excuse me, that's what I wanted. We are blessed with a soul pyramid on this reality shifted day. Now this soul pyramid is a wet pyramid. In other words, it's all emotional. And why is that important? Well, because emotion and master shui all happens in the emotional field. And even though today is ruled by Mercury and we're thinking, we can change our life by allowing our feelings to get behind something new. This is how a crowd gets rallied, is when emotions all trine each other and start sloshing around. In your case, offline Neptune to offline Saturn, trining online emotions in Cancer. You will be super hyper aware, and what you are feeling and sensing on this day is your sense of self-esteem and that teeter-totter of Saturn right on your midheaven saying you must align with your purpose in life now. And so it's about getting your feelings behind that purpose in life, and that's what I think calls the real-time reality shift. Venus is at a degree in Virgo. What's Virgo? Reality. What else is Virgo for you? It is where you draw boundaries. And so you are going to make a major boundary change with Venus in Virgo at that volatile degree. And then on top of that, on this reality shift Saturday, the moon will oppose Pluto, which is direct. And what is Pluto pushing for? It's pushing for you to find your inner faith where we started. So it's inner faith versus reality in a hard way. So what does this come down to? I mean, I got to be honest with you. On Saturday, you better do what you've been told by your mama. You better learn what you have been done. I don't care how pretty she is. I don't care how charming he is. I don't care how much money they offer you. Don't get in the car, so to speak. Saturday is a funky day. Then on Sunday, it's Fun Day Sunday. It's soulgarden.me, and Venus rules the day. So as we go into our first Fun Day Sunday with Bernadette Morgan and so many others, it'll be sunny and peaceful for you. Hopefully you graduated what we were working on. The universe has blessed this final 7th day with a yod. Can you believe it? It's like, this is, you just can't write this stuff, folks. Now the yod comes from this new sense of purpose, your conjunction of your midheaven, what you are here to be. Venus is the boundaries in which you're willing to change. And then on this end is Uranus in Aries. And Uranus in Aries means that what allows you to elevate your life at the end of the day comes down to changing your mind. Elevating and changing your mind. Deciding on the inside that you're willing to change your mind. That is what allows things to move forward, at least on Fun Day Sunday. All right, Aqua, that's all I have for this fabulous 7-day forecast. Thank you for logging in. I'll see you in 7 days on Fun Day Sunday or on YouTube and Blip on Mondays. Either way, live, love, be.